Dear students, a hearty welcome to the language class. So far, I was welcoming you to literature class. I think we have made sufficient advancement or progress as regards literature. We have completed one story, one poem, and one act of the drama, The Tempest. That's good enough. We have English language is another paper for 80 marks, 80 plus 20, project work 20 marks. So this also is equally important like literature. Therefore we should not neglect it. So I thought we will start it off and we will have a few classes dealing with language. After that we shall once again come back to literature. Have you all got the book Total English? I suppose all of you have a copy. So what is a language? We are going to study English language. What is a language? Language is a mode of communication. Mode, or you can say method. So, language is a mode or method of communication. That is, exchange of ideas between two people or more than two people. So what one says, the other is able to understand it. That's language. For that we need to use what? We need to use words. So using words. The use of words could be in the form of speaking or writing. So speaking or writing. So communication through speech, or it could be a written communication. Both are language. So language is a mode of communication using words either in the form of speaking or writing, keeping in mind certain structures and conventions. Keeping with the certain structures. You should have certain structures and conventions. So what is a language? Language is a mode of communication using words, either in the words in speaking or writing, keeping with certain structures and conventions. Structures are needed. There are some set structures for every language. So how it should be spoken, what all structures should be used, what we call it grammar, structure, usage. So conventions means a certain way of practicing which has been practiced from ages. Our grandparents, parents, we. Generation from generation to generation, certain conventions are there. Language should be used this way. For example, to make a request, a polite expression. You want to scold somebody, then this is another way of expressing. So, for that there are certain conventions. You cannot just do it as you like. For example, if you are speaking in a public place where there are so many great people or other people are present, your language has to be polite. So in this manner, you need to have certain conventions too. So that's what language means. That's what language is. Then we have something called language skills. We call it the basic skills of language. 4 skills. What are the 4 skills? Skills. 4 of them are there. What are they? A child, even before the child is born and after the child is born, the first skill is that of listening. After listening, the child starts to speak, starts to make certain sounds and develop into a speech which makes some sense. So therefore, speaking. Then the child learns to read and write. Which comes first, reading or writing? They both go hand in hand. But there are people who know how to read but do not know how to write. There are people who can speak but they do not know how to read and write. There are different kinds of people. But anyway, the 4 skills are these: listening, speaking, reading, writing. Actually, we learn to write first, I think. Then we read. Or it goes together. Yesterday, for example, I saw a parent was teaching the child ABCD. She is LKG. So, he was already they are given some dots. They have to make a mark on that. A, B. So the child keeps on making markings. Then I told the child's daddy, please tell her, ask her to pronounce it. After writing A, ask her to say A. After writing B, let her say B. Keep on saying, then she will learn faster. So that reading and writing, they go together. So these are the 4 skills. So if you look at your textbook, Total English, on the first opening page, Roman letter 3, they are given the preface, they are given their plan. Roman letter, you know, 1, 2, 3, Roman letter. 1, 2, this one. Okay. So, Roman letter 3. There they have, in the preface, they have given their plan, how they have devised this book. So in that they have said that so the book is divided into 4 sections. (15 units). There are 15 units, and each unit they have got 4 sections: A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. And in A section they have got the grammar points. Grammar focus. And in B section they have got skills. skills in writing. Skills in creative writing. And in C you have mind your language. And D specimen passage. Specimen paper. So this is the structure they have devised. The structure is very systematically planned. 15 units. Every unit has got 4 sections. A is grammar focus, focus only on grammar. B skills in creative writing. C mind your language. And D is specimen paper. Here they will be giving you a model paper which will be coming in your board exam. So it will be helpful for you if you are able to answer them and practice them. So that is how they have planned it out. So this is one way of looking at it. So that is how they have planned. But in my teaching I have a different plan. Because if you are going to look at from here, we'll just keep on doing unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4 like that. So our focus is not there. You are not focused. You need to focus yourself to write your exams. Therefore, we need to look at from the examination point of view and we need to prepare ourselves. So I will not be teaching you in the order of things given. For example, unit 1, once we complete unit 1, then we go to unit 2. No, not like that. We have another plan for it. I shall explain to you. So how I have planned is this way. According to the questions, we will divide them. According to the questions, we will divide them. How many questions are there in language? Paper 1, English language. How many? 4 questions. There are only 4 questions. So the students, I have put the contents under the headings. Headings of the questions. As I said, we have 4 questions. The first question is composition. That carries 20 marks. Second question is direct writing and proposal writing. Second question has got 2 parts, A and B. Part A is direct writing. Part B is proposal writing. Direct writing has got 15 marks. Proposal writing has got 10 marks. Then grammar, structure and usage, it has got 15 marks. And comprehension has got 20 marks. $20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 80 marks. And you have at the end of the lesson, end of the textbook, after the 15 units, you have got 2 items. That is oral and oral. Oral and oral. Oral and oral. Oral is listening. This is speaking. Your project work is based on this. Oral and oral. Listening and speaking skills. Project work for 20 marks. So that is separate. So 80 plus 20, 100 marks. So I have put them under this heading. If you are able to look at them in this manner, it's very systematic and helps you to learn better, so that you don't waste your time and you are completely focused. So composition, that's the first question. So in I collected from different units, what are the 15 units? You have a composition organization, that is one section. Description of characters, another section. Characterization, third one. Narrative composition, fourth one. Argumentative composition, fifth one. Descriptive composition, and short story writing. You know that there are how many kinds of compositions are there? Compositions are of four kinds. What are they? Narrative composition, argumentative composition, descriptive composition, and expository. Expository is not given in the book separately, but that is also one type of composition. So four types: narrative, argumentative, descriptive, and expository. So your question number 1, you will be asked to write one of the following. 6 questions will be there, you have to choose one. All these types will be there. All these types. All the 4 types of composition plus short story will be there. All the 4 types plus story writing also will be there. So these are the headings coming under the first section, composition. So now you know, if you want to prepare for composition, what are the items to look up? These are the items you have to look up. Then director writing and proposal writing. Director writing and proposal writing, the headings are director writing. There are 3 sections in different units. Director writing 1, director writing 2, director writing 3. Proposal writing, there is only one section. Then there is one section on creative writing. Then another one, atmosphere in creative writing. So this is a 3. 3 plus 1 plus 1, 4, 5, 6 items are there in director writing and proposal writing. Pure grammar structure and usage. Grammar structure and usage, 15 mark question. So these are the items: simple, compound, complex sentences, transformation of sentences, agreement of subject and verb, tenses and their uses. There are 2 sections: tenses and their uses 1 and 2, active and passive voice, sequence of tenses, conditional sentences 1 and 2, direct and indirect speech, use of adjectives, use of since and for, use of multiple prepositions. There are 2 sections, 1 and 2. So now very clearly you know what are the sections meant for. Question number 3, grammar, structure and usage. These are the items you have to concentrate. Very easy. Now everything is systematized. And comprehension, you have got comprehension skills. Summary writing, elements to omit means to avoid, elements to omit in summary writing. That's all. So 1, 2, 3, only 3 sections. So this is my plan. I plan it out this way, and last year the students found it easy. So we will not be doing unit-wise unit, one unit after another. No. We will not be even doing first unit, then next one. No. We may even do the first unit, then we go to even 15th unit. There's no problem. Because we have a plan. According to this plan we go. And since we have this year, we have lost lot of classes due to Corona, we will not be able to complete the whole syllabus. So whichever you are familiar with already, we will keep it aside. If we get time, we shall do it. Otherwise, we shall not take it up. You will be able to read it up on your own. It's easy. I know most of you in 10th class, you have done well in grammar. There's no problem. Grammar is easy. But don't take it lightly. Take it seriously, but it's going to be easy. Let's look at the pure grammar. That's the grammar structure and usage. I think you're quite familiar with most of it. Simple, compound, complex sentences, you know it. Transformation of sentences, to some extent you know it. Maybe we'll have to deal with it a little bit. Agreement of subject and verb, that's easy. Tenses and their usage, that you have seen already, 1 and 2. Active and passive voice you have learned in all the classes, especially last year you learned. Sequences of tenses, that also you know. Conditional sentences, that you will have to learn maybe. Direct and indirect speech, you know it. Use of adjectives, you have already learned adjectives. Positive, comparative, superlative. Adjectives you have learned, but you may have to little brush it up. Use of since and for, that we will do. Use of multiple prepositions. Already you know what is use of prepositions. Here it's multiple prepositions. More than one preposition in the same sentence. That we will learn. Then comprehension passages is easy. We need not spend so much time. Comprehension skills, summary writing, elements to omit in summary writing. Only difficulty is in 11th class, the comprehension passages questions are little different from 10th class. Summarizing part is there at the end, the last question number 5, the last section in that you have summary writing is there, but the other 2 or 3 items are little different, that we will learn. Then direct writing, proposal writing is new for you, completely new, that you will have to learn. This is part of the creative writing. This we will have to concentrate because this is something new for you. You have to spend more time and learn it. It's not very difficult. It's going to be easy provided you understand it. But you'll have to work hard and do some homework, especially regarding direct writing. Proposal writing is going to be the easiest. Among all the items, proposal writing is easiest one if you learn it well. Direct writing will take a bit of effort and time. Then compositions, you are familiar with the composition, different types of composition, you already know it. But you can spend some time, but not too much time on it. The 4 types of composition and short story writing. Short story, I have already given you a PDF giving you the characteristics of a short story. If you follow that, it will be very easy. So we need not spend so much time. A few classes will be sufficient for this. This you need a few hours, a few classes. More classes are needed here. Here it's okay. You are some 80% of the things you know. Only 20% you may not know. That we will do it. Here a little bit of concentration is needed. So this is a plan. So please take note of it. If you can look at the video and write it down, make a list for yourself, it will be very easy to concentrate for your examination, especially board exams. Tomorrow we will begin with the most difficult one which we haven't done, which you do not know, something new. Director writing, we will begin this one tomorrow. So if you have any doubts, please ask. But read through the first pages, especially the preface and content. Thank you.